Today what we're going to be doing is making a chicken parm sandwich. It is New Year's Eve, so I wanted to treat myself, make a nice sandwich for lunch. The only catch with this sandwich, since it is New Year's Eve, is that this sandwich is going to be drunk, meaning that it is going to be with vodka sauce instead of regular sauce. So let's get this thing started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop up a little bit of bacon, and that's going to get our sauce started. We're going to add that to the pan. We're going to chop up this onion. That's nice and browned up, so we're going to go ahead and remove that bacon. We're going to leave all of the fat in. 2 cloves of garlic as well. We're going to cook that garlic just until it's fragrant in here, and then we're going to add our vodka. You're going to want to make sure to cook all of that vodka off. You don't want this sauce to taste like alcohol. Okay, we've cooked off all the vodka. Now we're going to add our San Marzano tomatoes. I have whole peeled San Marzano tomatoes, and we're adding the whole can. We're also going to add our bacon back in. So that's what our sauce is looking like right now. We're going to add a few leaves of basil to it and some heavy cream. I think it probably needs a little more. Now we have our chicken. First we're just going to pat that dry. Not to be disrespectful, but if you do rinse off your chicken or think that you need to rinse off your chicken, I hate you. So we're patting it dry. So I'm just going to apply some seasoning, basic salt and pepper. I'm using kosher salt. I'm going to generously season that with salt and pepper. All right, and now what I'm going to do is pound it to make it all about the same thickness. We're going for like really thin. That way we'll cook all the way through, and we'll get some really nice crisp on it. Now I'm just going to use a rolling pin. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So now we're going to dredge this chicken. That means we're going to cover it first in flour, then in an egg wash, and then in panko. So get that chicken nicely coated in the flour. Make sure you're getting every crack and crevice. And you're just going to sort of shake off any excess flour. I'm doing it like this. I'm just going to drop it into the egg wash first. Make sure every portion gets covered in the egg wash. Alright, I'm going to flip. Perfect. And then from the egg wash, I'm dropping it into our panko. I'm going to press down and get every part of the chicken covered in the panko. You just make sure everything is firmly pressed into our chicken. That looks great. You can feel free to add any sort of spices that you'd like to the panko. I'm going to add some red chili flakes just for some heat. Press that in. Crushed red pepper, I guess. Add that in. So at this point, we're just dropping the chicken into about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of neutral oil. I used vegetable oil. I just make sure it's hot enough before you drop it in. We don't want to be dropping the chicken into any cold oil. That could soak up the oil. It'd be kind of disgusting. Look at that. Gorgeous. So cook that until golden brown on each side, and then you can just take it off, and you should be all set. Add it to a wire rack to dry. Alright, so for the sandwich, we have this baguette, this parsley, this butter, and this garlic. What we're going to do is we're going to make a garlic butter. We're going to top it onto this sandwich, and then we're going to make a little garlic bread to put our chicken on. Some salt, fresh chopped parsley, you want this to be slightly softened, but obviously not melted. So the butter melted a little more than I thought. Not good. You know what? It's going to be a melty garlic bread. I'm going to make sure that butter gets spread nice and evenly across our baguette. We're going to add some fresh Parmesan to the top of that as well. All right, we're going to throw that garlic bread onto the broiler. Look at that. Okay, so now what we have is our beautiful bread that I would literally just eat by itself. Our chicken, some Parmesan, some mozzarella, and our sauce. So I'm going to cut this chicken into 2 pieces to go on top of the sandwich. We're going to chop up some fresh mozzarella. We're going to add our sauce. You worked hard for the sauce, so don't skimp out on it. We're going to add our mozzarella. And some more Parmesan. And we're going to throw that in the broiler. Now it's time to assemble and try this thing. It should be good. Now I have a little extra for later. Okay. I mean, would you just look at that?
Would you look at this?
First bite. First bite. I mean, that's incredible. Simply put, that is like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. Probably, if not the best. Please, I beg of you, like and subscribe. Fuck.